I decided to take a break from our marriage, but Michael found out. I still remember the scent of scotched coffee the morning I discovered his journal. It wasn't meant to happen that way. I wasn't snooping, at least, not initially. Michael had left it open on the kitchen counter. His precise handwriting sprawled across the page like a confession waiting to be uncovered. 2 weeks before I move in with Ryan. I needed to know if Michael was truly the one for me, or if I'd wasted my prime years. My hands froze on the mug's handle. The steam fogged my glasses, but it wasn't heat that scorched my chest. It was the words. They burned themselves into my mind, over and over. Ryan, another man. A pause from our marriage. My husband of 7 years was planning to live with someone else. Not because I'd betrayed him, not because I'd hurt him, but because he wanted to test us like an experiment. I didn't confront him immediately. I just stayed at that page until the coffee cooled. That evening, he returned as if nothing had changed. Hair damp from the rain, a soft smile on his lips. "Long day?" he asked. I forced a smile. "You could say that." I kissed his cheek and walked past him, humming, oblivious that he now knew. The following days were unbearable. I packed extra clothes, toiletries, new laundry I hadn't worn in our bedroom, claiming it was for work. Each night, I lay beside him, listening to his breathing, wondering how long he'd been planning this, all while professing love. On the 5th night, he asked, "Are you happy with me?" Startled, I stammered, "Of course. Why ask?" My eyes darted away. A week later, I confessed, "I think we need space. I feel lost in this marriage." "By living with Ryan?" I asked. Color drained from my face. "How do you?" I didn't yell. I simply looked at him, really looked, as if seeing a stranger in my husband's skin. "You left your journal out," he said. Silence stretched unbearably. "It's not like that. I need to see if we're meant to be. Ryan is just someone I talk to." I scoffed. "You were going to move in with him." His eyes welled briefly. "I wasn't going to sleep with him." I laughed bitterly. "Do you hear yourself? You nearly abandoned our vows to test the waters." That night, he slept in the guest room. I stayed awake staring at our wedding photo. Every plan, sacrifice, late night, it all felt wasted. But I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I made a plan. The next day, I went to the bank. I separated our joint accounts quietly, called a lawyer, changed the locks on the cabin, moved most of my things to my brother's house, and acted normal. I kissed her cheek, asked about her day, watched her think she controlled the situation. Finally, she stood by the door with a small suitcase. "I'm leaving for a while," she whispered. "Please don't be angry." I forced a gentle smile. "I'm not angry. I hope you find what you're looking for." She left, believing I'd wait. 2 weeks passed. No calls, no texts. She sent a few casual messages, then pleading ones. I replied once, "Take your time." What she didn't know, the lawyer had already emailed the preliminary divorce papers. When she retained, expecting life to be as she left it, the key didn't work. I opened the door halfway, leaning on the frame. "Michael, why the lock?" "I changed it," I said. "I think it's best we make this official." Her eyes widened. "Wait, what?" She tried everything. Tease, apologies, anger. "You're overreacting. It wasn't an affair. Just a break. Don't throw everything away." I looked at her, heart pounding yet calm. "You already threw it away. I just walked away from the wreckage." The divorce was cold and methodical. I kept the house, most of the savings. Ryan vanished. She struggled in a 1-bedroom apartment, waking late to cover debts she didn't expect to face alone. Months later, I saw her in a grocery store. "Michael, can we talk?" she whispered. I nodded. "Over cheap coffee," she admitted. I was stupid. I thought I was proving something. I left without looking back. Betrayal lingers, like smoke after fire, but eventually, the air clears. I rebuilt life on my terms. One day, maybe someone new, who won't test my worth. Love isn't an experiment. It's a choice, one she didn't make.